Hi, St. John's families. This week is the 18th Sunday after Pentecost, and we are going to be talking about St. Francis of Assisi, who is the patron saint of animals. And I thought it would be fun to learn a little bit more about him since this week we are having our blessing of the animals. So, who was St. Francis? St. Francis lived over 800 years ago. He grew up in a town in Italy, and he was the son of a wealthy cloth merchant. They lived in a fine home. He enjoyed fine food and good music. And he loved dancing and singing with his friends. One day, his village came under attack, and Francis wanted fame. He wanted to be loved. He wanted to be known. And so he decided he was going to go to battle. So he got dressed in his armor. And he prepared for war. But they were defeated. St. Francis was captured and made a prisoner. He spent a while in prison, and he ministered to the other prisoners who were there. They were sad. Some of them were sick. They were tired. And Francis cheered them up. He shared jokes with them. He sang to them. And one day he too got sick and was also very sad. But then his father, the wealthy cloth merchant, came and paid a ransom so that he could go home. He was nursed back to health by his mother, and one day, on a walk, he came to a church that was falling apart. There at the church, he heard God's voice. God was speaking to him, and God told him that he wanted Francis to go out and rebuild the church. So Francis, he decided to leave his father's home and all of the comforts that were there. He let go of all of his material things, and he let go of all of his wealth. And he became a preacher to the poor and to the sick. He had no money and too had to ask for food when he needed it. But he trusted that God would provide for him. He preached about peace and love and joy and care for one another. And also care for God's creation. Just as he preached to the poor and to the sick, he also preached to God's creatures. He spoke to the fish, and the birds. He even called the sun brother sun. And the moon sister moon. He knew that God created them for a purpose, and he knew that he was called to care for them and love them as he loved the people of the earth. One day, there was a town where there was a wolf that was terrorizing all of the animals in the town and even the townspeople. He would go into the town and attack the livestock, the farm animals. It would also attack the shepherds and the people that lived there. And they were scared. They shut the doors to their town because they did not want to become prey to the dangerous wolf. The townspeople sent brave knights to go attack the wolf to save them from him, but the knights did not come back. They sent warriors. They even made a great war machine, some say. But none of it was a match for the wolf. Finally, Francis came along and said, "I will talk to the wolf." And the townspeople warned him, nothing has happened. No one has been able to defeat this wolf. But Francis knew that God was on his side, so he went out and found the wolf. And he spoke to the wolf. And the wolf said, "I am going into the town because I am hungry." And Francis spoke to the wolf and came to an agreement with the wolf. And the wolf agreed to not go into the town to get food. And Francis said that the townspeople would then feed him. Francis returned to the town with the wolf, where the wolf came to live and the people came to feed him. And the people in the town were just amazed by what Francis had done, that he was able to change the heart of the wolf and to save all of the townspeople. Francis lived a long life, loving people and loving God's creation, speaking about love and joy and peace and care for one another and God's things. And then he passed away and joined God in heaven. But the love he had during his life on earth is still carried on today. His care for all of God's creation is something that we now can also carry on for him. And today we're going to do that by blessing our pets and our animals. And we can do that every day by picking up trash when we see it, and just making sure that we are caring for the animals that God has given us in our home, making sure that they're fed and that they have what they need. Francis also cared for the sick and for the lonely. He went looking for those people to love and to care for. And so that's what he wants all of us to do as well. And he knew to do that because God told him to do that. So I hope that this week we can find someone who needs loving and needs caring, and we can give that love and care to them. And I hope this week we will take extra special care of our pets and the animals that God brings across our path. And I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you at the Blessing of the Animals this afternoon. And stay in touch. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.